I spent the last week up north, and it was pretty great. Day one began with a 3.5-hour drive, cut in half by a stop for lunch at Milwaukee Burger Company. You may remember this place from a challenge I did there last year. This year I decided to eat like a normal person, and I got an absolutely fantastic burger loaded with spicy mac and cheese. Honestly, I've got to say, one of the best burgers I've ever had. We then hopped back in the car towards our destination of St. Germain, Wisconsin. My family and everyone on my dad's side comes up here for a week in the summer every year. A great Gowning family tradition. We arrived at the cabin, unpacked, and started to settle in. Aunts, uncles, and cousins started arriving, and everyone started fishing, swimming, and hanging out by the lake. We went until the sun went down and finished the night around the fire. Day 2 began with Sunday morning mass with an Indian priest who has always been unfortunately hard to understand. We got donuts after mass. It was another nice day, mostly spent outside with more fishing and swimming and hanging out on the lake. I took a nap. It was great. My grandpa had the idea to get everyone custom t-shirts to commemorate our up north tradition. I was tasked with being the cameraman and getting everyone together for a big group photo. My aunt and uncle and their baby couldn't make it this year, so I was also tasked with photoshopping them into the picture. After dinner, we all went to the Northwood's finest Kathy's ice cream shop, a regular stop a few nights every week we come up here. I got Blue Moon, the best ice cream flavor in existence. We got back in time to catch the small bit of a sunset that peeked through the clouds and another night around the fire. All the cousins present for some fantastic campfire stories and Grandpa's classic fart machine. Because, who doesn't love some good potty humor? Day 3 was the day of the local flea market, another weekly tradition, walking around looking for random stuff to pick up that we might not really need. I didn't really find much this year. Then we walked around the nearby city of Minocqua, stopped through some of the regular shops, got some lunch at a Minocqua favorite, Murtaugh's Pub, and played a round of mini golf. I would say I played a decent game, considering I played with one hand the entire time for the sake of holding my camera. Then got pretty rainy and windy, and we went back to the cabin, but the rain paused long enough for my brother to go out and land a pretty nice-sized bass from off the pier. It was also my other brother's birthday that day, so we sang and ate cake and all that fun stuff. Unfortunately, no fire or sunset that night due to a pretty impressive thunderstorm. Day 4, we decided to go par 3 golfing. I hadn't swung a golf club since I was like 8 and never actually golfed before in my life. I will say that it took a hole or two to figure it out, and I don't think I could really get the swing mechanics down, but it was definitely fun. All of us were pretty rusty and or inexperienced anyway, so it was definitely an experience, but I came out pretty well pleased with my 13 over par. I didn't really record anything the rest of the day, but we went for ice cream again that night. I got the same flavor combo I got the first night, just as tasty. And we once again got back in time to catch what would be my last sunset on the lake for this trip. Breathtaking as always, as well as a nice fire to cap off the night. Day 5 was my final morning on the trip, and we went for brunch at this place called Paul Bunyan's. It's a family-style all-you-can-eat place where they pretty much just keep bringing out plates of stuff to pass around the table. Pretty good. But with that, my time up north was coming to a close, and what was supposed to be a nice quick flight back ended up being extra delayed to about a 10-hour travel day waiting around in airports. But we don't need to talk about that. So that was my trip. 4 or 5 days in one of my favorite places in the world. There's not much better than sunsets over the lake, the smell of pine trees and campfires, and spending quality time with family. A great time to relax, reset, and reflect on all the blessings in my life. And this family tradition is one of the big ones. Hands down, my favorite family tradition. miss it already. Until next year, up north. I just want someone to take a bite of the curd so I can get the cheese shot. Yeah, I just want the cheese coming out. That was weak.
Another Whopper. Get that on video.
Just waiting for you guys to look like you know what you're doing. Got 3 minutes of solid footage so far.
You want some of my breaded goodness? Yeah.
I got something good fabulous.
Just give us a lick. No, I'm not eating mine. I just got it for a picture. Okay.
Hi.
Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3.
4 and 4.
Sick. Let's go. Yep, sick. Hey! Yeah, I'll just get the flames going. No, I'm just kidding. Oh!
How long can you take a video for?
For a long time. The fire's not gonna stay that big, but it's good vlog content, so.
When you have a worm on the hook, Riley says, "Look, you caught a worm."
Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications.